Hi, I'm J. Lenora Bressler, and welcome to the October 4th, 2017 edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. We are in an ongoing series about Exodus, and today we are finishing Exodus chapter 15. We talked yesterday about when the Israelites were just 3 days away from the great salvation and deliverance at the Red Sea, that they were 3 days into the desert and they were mumbling against Moses about no water. They were disappointed when they came upon what they thought was an oasis and the water was bitter. Rather than go to the source, which was God, or at least his representative Moses, they mumbled and grumbled. And we talked about the fact that while they may have had, to be honest, a very valid concern, how were they going to drink? What were they going to drink? They went about it the wrong way. I told you that in addition to them not handling it correctly, not going to the source, to God, and asking, what are we to do here? But rather complain, that they also jumped the gun. What did I mean by that? At the end of chapter 15, immediately after their grumbling at Marah, meaning bitter, it says, and then they came to Elim. And Elim still exists. You can still go to it today, and you will still see that there are springs and 70 palm trees. It's very odd that after all of these years there are still groupings of these palm trees in roughly the same number, but it is true. And these palm trees were date palms. And if you know anything about dates and date palms, you know that date palms are exceedingly fruitful, that dates just drop off them like nobody's business. And dates are one of the best nutritional foods on the face of the earth. It provides almost every electrolyte and vitamin that you need. And it's particularly helpful to sustain someone in the harsh desert heat and climate. So the fact was that God was taking them, obviously, directly to Elim. And yes, they had to pass through Marah, but it does not appear that God ever intended them to stop at Marah, or that was their final destination. But they got so worried that this was their last chance for water, and they were grumbling. And I ask us, all of us, how many times has God actually had a great plan for us? He had us on the right path, and yet we mistook a halfway point for the final destination. And we thought, this is as good as it gets. This is what you're giving me, God. And we are mumbling and grumbling against him. You know, it's almost like taking somebody to a restaurant and they think that you're taking them to McDonald's or something, a fast food place, and they were all excited about going out to eat somewhere fancy, and you're like, I'm just driving by the McDonald's, people. I'm not stopping there. And I kind of feel like that may have been what was going on with God, that he had a great plan if only the people had more faith and also just expressed their concerns directly to him. I think he would have appreciated that. And let us not disappoint the Lord. Let us use examples like this in the Bible of how not to handle situations to help us handle them better, more faithfully, more trusting, and frankly, just more effectively. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me tomorrow on the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great day.